Hey, how would you like to help your team more quickly accept or in fact embrace change? Stay tuned if you'd like to learn how understanding a person's reaction to change can make it a whole lot easier to help your team move through change more effectively. So what's up? It's David here, AmazingCX. Welcome to our channel. What we do is inspire you to consistently deliver an amazing client experience. New here? Please subscribe. Gives you access to our weekly Wednesday videos, and we want you to become one of us, an AmazingCXer. And at any time throughout the video, I encourage you to check out the links in the show notes section below. Gives you access to content we share in our videos. Now we want to introduce you to our good friend, the change curve, because it's going to help us put into context the importance of understanding the personal reaction to change. Because that's the first step in helping people go through changes and identifying what stage they're at. And if you understand what stage they're at, you can adjust your support to be appropriate to that stage in the change process itself. Makes sense, right? So let's take a look at the curve itself in a little more detail. We'll start on the left and move to the right. And on the left it shows, of course, it's that shock factor. Change has happened and we're all reacting to it. We're all surprised. And that's in spite of all the good work you've done to communicate the change. Then we move into denial, and here, we're rejecting reality, not happening to us. From there, we'll move into anger. That's that personal, emotional response to a loss in control. And it's really emotional for us, and we're going to share that with you. And then from there, we'll move into bargaining. And in bargaining, we're going to negotiate with you, because what we're trying to do is minimize the personal impact on us. And from a coaching perspective, what would be effective here is listening. You're not solving things, you're not agreeing with me, you're not trying to fix anything, but you're allowing me to vent. And we want to highlight a couple things about this at this point in time, about the curve itself. One would be is that we move through change at different speeds. So we're going to go through different speeds. We all go through this curve one way or another, so we all follow a common path. And then we want to highlight the fact that we do sometimes move backwards. So a question for you, if we move any further, is how familiar are you with this curve? Have you used it before? And what's your experience been with it? So why don't you use the comment section below and let us know that. And do give us the thumbs up if it's going down the path that you like so far. And so we're now down at the bottom where depression, and there's really frustration, a real sense of loss here. And from a coaching perspective, what you're doing now is you're really helping us by giving us pointers, you're giving us some context of where this change is taking us, and you're just reassuring us that that light at the end of the tunnel is not a train coming at us, but that's actually, it's going to be a better day because of it. And then the other thing that we should reinforce here is that so over time is this loss in performance as we're grappling with this change. So all these things that you're doing to help me through this change process is trying to minimize the loss in performance, so it doesn't go quite as deep and it doesn't last quite as long. And as we move up the curve, now we're going to start experimenting, right? We're taking you at your word, we're trying things on our own, we're brainstorming, and you're helping us find solutions to stuff, and we're starting to get some positive feedback from the change itself. Then we move on to acceptance, and now there's really strong perception that this change is really going to work. We're starting to take ownership from it because it's starting to feel good, and you're just reinforcing that as well. And finally we go into commitment, and this is at the stage where we all think it was actually our idea to begin with, and what difficulty was there, we've forgotten all about that, and we're moving on and adopting it as the process and everything as the way of life, like it was always. So that's the curve, that's the coaching, that's the reaction to it. And again, to reinforce the idea is that the reason you're doing all this is to help people through change effectively It's going to give you better business results because of it, and we're going to transition more smoothly. We also want to emphasize that this curve is one part of a whole change strategy you should have in mind, and it should be part of a toolkit, but not the only thing in it. And do check out our Working with Change playlist, because it has more content for you to support your change with. And thank you for watching. And again, do give us a thumbs up if you like the video and the stuff that you saw in it. Do subscribe. We'd love you to get the weekly Wednesday videos, as well as become one of us, an AmazingCXer. Remember, hit the bell on the subscription. That gives you the notifications. Do give us feedback on the video or future ideas. Use the comment section below. And we look forward to seeing you next time here on AmazingCX.